Hi everyone, it's just James, okay, bringing you yet another custom doll video. Now this idea is something I wanted to do for a while now. I wanted to pay my tributes to the 1959 vintage Barbie. Yes, the original Barbie, but on the classique body available at James Mansfield Beauty. So I decided, let's just do it. Let's do the big one. I have the yarn for it. I have the outfits. Let's just do it. It shouldn't be that hard. I shouldn't have to custom make anything. Or so I thought. So, in order to make 1959 Barbie, I have to give you a little context for those of you who are new who don't know exactly what I'm talking about. In 1959, Barbie debuted at the World's Fair, and the original outfit was a blonde ponytail with poodle bangs and a zebra swimsuit with glasses, hoop earrings, and little black mule heels. And she retailed roughly about $3, which was actually pretty expensive for that time. It was definitely a luxury toy. It was not something that you could just get, okay? It wasn't no Betsy Wetsy, all right? She was definitely expensive. If you had this, bitch, you had money. Barbie debuted. She was not initially a hit at the World's Fair, but as soon as little girls got a hold of her, they went bananas, all right? It was the dawn of television. That first Barbie commercial hit, and baby, the culture changed, all right? Barbie has been a sensation for decades to come, but it is not without its controversy. As I've mentioned before on this channel, Barbie's idea is not the most original idea in the world, and she borrowed heavily from the German doll Build Lily. Some might say the idea was outright taken and just repackaged for American audiences. So I learned a lot from making this doll and doing this repaint and seeing things come together. It's like, oh. But let's get started, okay? I actually had these legs printed out from previous dolls I had planned to do before that I just didn't get around to. So I had this body already pre-made. I had a torso and I had some legs. I actually had custom molded muled heels too. And they're actually, as luck would have it, were painted black already because I was planning to use them for a separate doll that I was going to sell. I decided, we have it made, let's have some fun. So, only thing I really had to custom make for this project was the faceplate. Yes. In order to get that Barbie accuracy, I didn't want to have to like drill holes into the plate and add hoop earrings. Plus, that might green over time. So, I actually custom molded in the program with some Tauruses. I made hoop earrings for the Barbie doll look to give her those nice Barbie hoops on my doll. So she's got her flower earrings with Barbie hoops dangling from them. And after printed out, I was shocked to see how cute it actually looked. I was like, damn, this is actually super, super cute. I blew myself away. So this doll is actually gonna be a very, very quick finish because I had all the pieces for it already. I was actually very, very pleased about that. Work smarter, not harder, as they say. Now, when it came time to doing the face up, this is where it got a little interesting because I had pictures up of the original 1950s Barbie, and these Barbies were actually hand painted. They're made in Japan, and they were a manufacturing marvel. I was very intrigued to see the differences in the doll, and I must say the differences are quite startling. Like, the body is entirely different. You think it's similar, but it's really, really not. Like, the Build Lily look is a lot more voluptuous, and the hands are a lot more closed off like mittens, whereas Barbie's fingers are all pulled apart and detailed, and she's a lot thinner too. Barbie has narrower hips, skinnier legs, and heels and feet that are heeled that you can take on shoes on and off from, whereas Lily's, they're molded on. But doing the face up on this really cracked me up because the similarities in the face are very, very startling. I think Barbie has more of an elven nose, like it's a lot more pointier, like Michael Jackson, but the mouth is exactly the same, the eyes are just about the same, and the forehead is just a touch larger and squared off more. But painting it, I was startled. It's like I started doing the blue and the black, and I was like, okay, it's not so bizarre. But as soon as I put the black irises in with the white, oh my God, I was like, wait a second, this is really uncanny. And as soon as that Barbie mouth came on, because Barbie has a bigger mouth than Lily, as soon as I painted on those big old Barbie lips, mama, she was coming to, I looked at it, I had to look at it and think, girl, Ruth Handler, you really thought you were fucking slick, didn't you? Girl, this is literally almost the same doll. It's next to, it's clearly, you really weren't slick about this. It's like, let me copy your homework to make sure no one notices. Girl, come on now. She thought she did her big one with this. I guess she did because she's still around and Lily ain't. But again, like, as soon as I started painting, I was like, okay, I could see why they were mad. I could see why the German companies were mad. Now, when it came time to doing the ponytail, this actually was a relief because I could do exactly what I usually do with the Lily ponytail and just Barbieify it. So the only thing I did not know what I was going to do was the bangs. The poodle bangs, because I didn't have a metal chopstick to curl the bangs. So I wanted to cheat it. I actually took some of the yarn wefts that I had detangled and I folded them up and pinched them so that they were smaller. I measured up to the faceplate and just made sure they were like messy enough and like tangled them within each other to create the effect of poodle bangs. So on site, when you look at it, the bangs look curly. It's really just the rolls of the hair playing a trick on your eyes. But I think it came out pretty good. And as soon as I snatched back that ponytail and I wrapped it up like Barbie's right here at the tip, it really was coming together. And as soon as I rolled up that ponytail and sewed it, girl, it damn near, she looks like Barbie. All right, it's crazy. Now, when it came down to doing the costume, I lucked out because I actually have so many of these Barbie bathing suits. From being a doll collector and buying lots of stuff, like these suits, they just give them away. Being that it is the original bathing suit and it's like iconic, you think it'd be a lot more rare than it is, but it's actually pretty common. You can get it very inexpensively, this zebra swimsuit. I feel like the clone swimsuits are worth a lot more because they made a lot less of them, but this one, you can find it fairly easy. Like if you're just buying a lot of doll clothes, it's most likely will probably be in there because a lot of people probably took it off and didn't use it after they got the doll when they got more interesting clothes. It's very rare you see anyone actually displaying dolls in this bathing suit. It's just because it's so common and there's so many other outfits that are more interesting and more fabulous. This one's iconic in itself, but again, it's not that display piece people think it is. But we have our molded on shoes. We have our faceplate done. We have our face up done. Her hair is finished. She has her costume. I think it's time to look at the final result. Da 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 da. Here she is, the original doll, Miss Barbie. Yes. We have our Misty Classic body dressed up as Barbie. I think it's perfect for the Halloween season. That's kind of like my approach I took with this. I wanted to make it look like she was dressing up in costume as Barbie. Like, how cheeky is that? And it's kind of crazy how uncanny it is. Like, there's subtle differences, but bitch, they look the same. Like, they look very similar, which I think is so funny. And like, again, it's like, duh, like she was made after this doll. Like, they modeled her after her. Of course, they're gonna have similarities. But it's almost like she's playing the role of Barbie. I think it's really bizarre and kind of like satisfying to see, if that makes any sense. Like, just imagine, like, had they asked and just licensed the doll, how much different the history would have been. But again, it's like, even the side profile and everything, she looks like her. I must say, after watching it and doing face-ups, the Lily face is a lot prettier. Like, she's definitely a lot prettier. And you can tell Mattel did some subtle changes that were really effective in the long run, because when they were painting Barbie's face and like establishing her, they didn't want Barbie to be too pretty because they want her to be unapproachable. So like her face was deliberately toned down in the makeup. Like, she looked mature, but she wasn't like full Hollywood glam like she could have been. Like, they definitely had the technology and the means to make her very gorgeous and very overly done up. But she was supposed to be a teenager. So the most she really was going to have was some blue shadow and some red lips and just let the kids tell the story, which I think was a very wise decision. Because when you look at Lily and dolls from that time, Lily has very tiny, like big pouty lips, eyeshadow up to her brows, Marlene Dietrich, like she looks mature. Like, there's no doubt that's a woman. But looking at this, it's like, I don't know what I think. Like, it really just takes my like breath away looking at it because she is so pretty. And I'm obsessed. I think it's a very fun spin on this concept. I'm glad I did it. And it's so satisfying to see it it's so satisfying to see it finished. Like, damn. Yeah, that's Barbie. She is giving Barbie. I love it. What do you guys think? And what is your favorite Barbie memory that you have growing up? I want to know. Who was your favorite Barbie growing up? Mine personally would have to be Totally Hair Barbie because my sisters had it and destroyed that thing. By the time they were done, her hair was up to here. Okay, it was just nubs of like where the plugs had originally been. But if there's any doll you want to see down below, please let me know. I have a very special doll planned for next week, so be sure and stay tuned for that. I'm really excited to show you her because I am obsessed with how the final result came. All right. Now, take care of yourselves. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, dolls are fun, and dolls are for everyone. All right? Take care of yourselves. Bye!